Man, I love being a rancher. I don't know that I'm actually a rancher. I kind of think that you got to have grass and a horse to be a rancher.
That's not true. We have horses. I just don't ride them. Dad rides them. The kids ride them. Kids love them. I just much rather be on a ranger and getting things done quickly. And it's kind of funny to me. So right now, I'm reshooting the intro to this video because the sound quality was terrible. And so the video is about the imperfections and struggles and challenges we had with rotational grazing this summer. And to me, it's funny that the intro to the video got screwed up because of sound quality, and I wasn't able to put together the video today or yesterday. I'm having to do it today and realizing I can't use that crappy sound quality video. Having to make a video when it should be being released right now. It all goes together with the imperfections of grazing summer cover crops, the imperfections of making YouTube videos, because I would love to make awesome, amazing YouTube videos every time that are flawless, that just are amazing. But you know what? That's just not the way it is sometimes. So as the wind's coming up again here, as I'm trying to reshoot it, here you go with today's video, the good, the bad, and the ugly with summer rotational grazing.
So this summer was a little tough. We had 3 inches of rain going into July, and that really affected the cover crops kind of negatively. And so what ended up happening was I was going to shoot a video back in August on rotationally grazing in the drought, and it was kind of a cool setup, show you guys how dead everything was. And then we got that one rain at the beginning of July, we got another rain at the end of July, and then it just kept raining all through the month of August, and everything greened up really well. And I thought, man, it's going to be tough to make a YouTube video on grazing in the drought when we're kind of coming out of the drought. And then it stopped raining the end of August, and in September we've got like 2 30/100ths rain of inch events. So it's we're kind of back into being fairly dry, but we're doing a lot better than most people in the state of Kansas, Nebraska, and Oklahoma, a lot of Missouri, mostly the whole state. Here's a picture of the mostly all of the United States. Here's a picture of what the United States looks like as far as drought goes. Everywhere on this where you see that it's blue, they're doing good. All the other yellow and darker red colors are not doing good at all. Red means really bad, worst drought they've ever been in. So it's not a good situation for most people here in the United States, as you guys who are in other states who are facing the drought know. So in the month of August, we were on this irrigated circle. When I say irrigated circle, it's an irrigated circle, but we don't have enough water to do full irrigation anymore. So there's 4 circles with enough water to do 2. And what we do is we put corn on 2 circles, and the other 2 circles get cover crops. So this particular circle has a summer cover crop mix of sorghum Sudan grass, BMR grazing, Sudan. It's like a dwarf Sudan grass. It's got daikon radish, grazing corn, turnips, buckwheat, sunflower, sun hemp, all the good stuff that you should be putting in a summer mix. So we're on this particular mix, and we actually took them off there in the end of July and gave them their pre-weaning shots, because I just thought it was going to be dead and we weren't going to be able to do anything. And we actually had them at the farm. We had them at the farm there a few days on hay, because I thought the cover crops were dead and weren't going to come back. And then it rained while they were there, and then it kept raining, and so it greened back up. And so anyway, what I did on that circle was I gave them 30 acres for a week, and we would rotate them every week on that. I don't like that. I wish we could do better management on that, but the way the help was and the way the other things were with our acreage, when you have 8,000 acres and you're trying to do rotational grazing, you do the best you can with what you have. We're looking into different technologies that'll help us to be more efficient, but that's what it looked like in the month of August. In the month of September, we brought them to this field off over here, and I guess it was the end of August that we came here. And so we were from the end of August until October, it'd be the 9th, I think it was this Monday. And so they were on that for about they were on this quarter for about 6 weeks. We pulled the calves off the beginning of September. That's about a month earlier than what I like to wean, but since we had already given them the pre-weaning shots, I went ahead and just weaned them. We could have kept them out here with the pairs longer, the way it greened up and everything, but when you're rolling with drought conditions and trying to figure things out and not knowing that it's actually going to rain, all the rain that we got in August, that's kind of what you have to deal with. So they were out here on this field, just the cows, for about 6 weeks. We had 155 of them. At the beginning, we preg checked due to it only raining once while we had the bulls out for the 50 days that the bulls were out. Our conception rates were not that great, and I'm hearing that from a lot of people that conception rates were down. We were at 84% bred on 50 days with AI. Last year we hit 90, I think 91, 90. Anyway, so they were out here on this paddock, and what we did on this paddock is, again, they got 4 quadrants, and I just kept moving them on those 4 quadrants, and they were there about 10 days, and I don't like that. But you know, when you're drilling wheat and you're trying to get your wheat drilling done, you do the best you can with what you have. I like the way it got put down on the ground. I like the way the cover crops are covering the ground now, and there's a lot of them still standing to catch snow. And then you have that good ground cover. You have that soil health principle of armor on the soil. So I like the way that looks. We do have some compaction issues in certain spots, but it's the compaction issues in the few spots that there's compaction issues don't outweigh the benefits of rotational grazing for those of you who hate that, you know, hate compaction. And if you're able to move them the way you should be moving them every single day, you don't face compaction hardly at all, other than where the tank is and depending on how you're moving them that way. So that's how the rotational grazing has gone for us over this summer. We got the bred heifers off grass. I do have 2 quarters of grass that we rent for our bred heifer program and our replacement heifers. And so we got the heifers back. We preg checked the replacement heifer, or the bred heifers, replacement heifers. We preg checked them with the cows, and so now they're on a cover crop mix, and they're getting moved every 3 days. And so that's a lot better in my opinion. I'm glad that we have that situation. And that's all these mixes, it's the same mix that was on the beginning one. It's just now starting to die out and turn brown. And so that's what we're doing with our rotational grazing. We use polywire. I set the polywire out. Right now they're back grazing to the, you know, they're able to back graze, but nothing is growing back. So they're, you know, they can walk back to the tank. It's causing compaction issue lanes back to the tank. But again, like now we're cutting corn. And so it's tough to move the tank whenever we do that stuff. And so like just a moment of honesty and vulnerability, like rotational grazing is something I gotta get better at. I need to be more efficient at how quickly we do it. I got to meet Jim Garish at this last conference, the Bottom Line conference that I got to speak at here a few weeks ago. And Jim and I went out to dinner, and I had a great time with him. And I was able to get his book. So I'm gonna go over Jim's book this winter. I'm gonna do some research on some different things as far as being able to use different technologies to rotationally graze, and hopefully if we get that going, I'll be able to do videos on that. But this is really just the candid Jay Young being open and honest with how things are going in rotational grazing. It's not perfect. It's not what I want right now, but it is the best we can do with the help we have. I have great help. It's just farming that many acres and trying to get them rotationally grazed the way that they should be rotationally grazed is a challenge. And so, you know, you share your challenges with the things that are going awesome, and you roll with the punches, and you make a YouTube channel, and you hope you are helping people. And that's what we're doing, and that's what I love doing, and I'm glad I'm able to do it. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's video, and you got a lot out of it. Be blessed and keep pursuing soil health.